seal them up, but you can. This is right by the slider, right back there.
Just cracks by the stucco.
Yeah. Crack split sheathing and rafters. That's pretty typical. And then nails through sheathing. They've already painted them. That's really all I suggest to keep them from rusting.
Well, with the split sheathing, is that something that should be fixed on? Nails is pretty common.
Probably not, but it is. It's in a perfect world it wouldn't be split, but
yeah,
that's kind of just what happens. This is a 65-gallon tank. California California recommends 3 straps on anything over 52 gallons, but the city code vary, so they don't have to do it.
Right.
California
Since already
recommends
passed, I doubt
it.
they're gonna do it.
Yeah. The lights are out in both garage door openers.
Just on the motor.
Yep.
Huh. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, they probably didn't install the bulb. I didn't pull it apart. And then they cut the weather stripping a little bit too short at the garage door, the 2-car garage. You can see that you got some missing here. This is the outlet. It looks fine inside. The only thing I'm going to mention is it's so far away from the plate, you're not even going to be able to use it. So I'm going to call it improperly installed. Really, this should almost be flush against the plate so that you can actually use it. So right now you can't really use it.
In terms of that having had water in it, do you see any moisture, anything in there? Okay.
We got some slow drains in the bathrooms, and then we got some stucco damage. This is in the front of the house, kind of above the roof line, looking outside of the primary bathroom.
What about that right there on the left of the flashing?
What's that?
It's kind of right there.
It's just the seam to the flashing.
Should that be sealed?
No. That's all right.
And then what about the slow drains? I mean, that shouldn't be a thing on a brand new house.
Yeah, I don't. It could be the sink stops that are just not seated properly, or it could be that, and it probably is the sink stops most likely. You got some minor cracking to the tiles. The roofers won't mention these, but I'm gonna put them on my report. They're minor. New builds sometimes we'll go seal them with mastic just to make people happy. But
right.
If it was a traditional roofer, we wouldn't even worry about it. But I'm going to mention it. And then this is upstairs guest bath. This doesn't latch, so the striker plate here just needs to be adjusted. We got the gap. I saw you taped it already, so you already know. And then I'm just going to mention that we didn't get an attic, so I don't know what the heater is or anything. So some sealing at the edges. So they've done some
just kind of little mastic spots.
Yeah.
Okay. Are those chipped tiles of any concern?
That's the one I was talking to you about. Not really for me, but I'll put it in the report. Sometimes the builder will mastic that too, just like they did the other parts for you guys. But you have a few of those. They're all minor.
Right. Is it on both sides, or is it just on one side?
What's all it?
So 10, 11 degree drop on all the registers.
Yeah, I mean for the most part, it just wasn't kicking like it should. And I had the heater on a lot longer than I've had this air on, and the air's already cooling.
And what should it be at temperature-wise?
10 to 13 is a good spot.
Okay.
No, but downstairs when I turned it, I had it on. Turned it on when I came in. Downstairs it didn't really rise very much. It only rose a couple degrees. Upstairs it finally got one to rise a good amount, but the majority of them weren't kicking that good.
Especially upstairs, it should be a lot warmer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,